What's going on, knuckleheads? GKM Gaming here with our 1 year anniversary stream, and I'm just making sure that it's live. I'm here. Hold on, it's getting some feedback. And I have our very first special guest. I'm gonna make sure to turn my notifications off. You guys give me a second right here. Right, notifications off. Do not disturb mode. I'm going to introduce our first of several guests, the OG boy of GKM. Tell him who you are.
What's up, everybody? My name is Matthew Schatz, aka Mr. Fancy Matt. How you doing? It's been a while.
It has been a while. What's going on with your stream and everything? Some people might not be up to date. We want to make sure they know exactly what's going on with the fancy stream.
That's right. That's very right. So I stopped streaming Lego Legacy back in February, right before I got married, actually. And
Congrats, by the way.
started streaming. I went through this transitional period where I didn't really know what I was doing. Started streaming World of Warcraft, started streaming some other games that I was playing, and then Wild Rift came out, which is the mobile version of League of Legends. So, long story short, I now stream Dungeons & Dragons preparation on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I stream Wild Rift gameplay, ranked gameplay, on Wednesdays and Friday. And then on Saturday, I still do a Steam Sale Saturday, which is where I go into the Steam store and find any game that's for sale for less than $10 that I've never played before, and I play through the first hour and give my 2 cents, as it were.
So you and I were just talking. I actually was talking to people on Discord. I'm definitely going to start getting into streaming Wild Rift and maybe doing some videos on it. Because, I mean, I'm an old school League of Legends player. I've been playing League for a long time. So for me, a chance to get into the mobile league. And I actually like the setup on the iPad. It's actually pretty comfortable. A lot more comfortable than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, the iPad. So there is one limitation that I have seen with the iPad. The iPad screen is a 4:3 resolution. An iPhone, or basically any other phone on the market, is 16:9, which actually gives you more screen to see. So if you're playing on a phone, 16:9 or anything else, you actually, despite the fact that the screen is physically smaller and your thumbs take up more of it, you actually have more real estate to see. So if you're capable of playing on a phone, then you can actually see more of the board, which is really important. I play on a pad though because I can't stare for hours at a screen.
Yeah, my fingers are too big to be playing on something like that.
I see people talking, sicko. Who's Matt? Me. I'm Matt. Fool.
The fancy Matt.
That's right.
Sicko was also invited to be a guest at some point today. We're going to call him up on Discord.
Excellent.
I know my boy Wisely out there. I don't know if you're still familiar with a lot of the faces around Lego Legacy. You have not been around.
Meaning the new people or the new characters?
Both. There are some people. Did you know Wisely, or was he just after your time?
No, Wisely is new to me. What's up, Wisely?
He is now. So he's one of the mods on my Discord, and he's also an official mod for Lego Legacy.
Okay, cool, very cool.
How up to date are you with everything that's been going on in the game?
Well, actually, I still am. Hold on, let me check in my Discord.
Oh yeah, Wisely, you're getting a call, by the way.
Yeah, let me check in. So I am actually still in the content creator channel.
Oh, everyone is. Bricko's still
Lego
in there. Everybody who ever was in there, they never removed them. So
yeah, that's pretty funny. So I can still see what's going on. I still have been keeping up with the announcements channel. Every single time they post an announcement, I see what's going on, just to see how much or how little content they've added into the game. Because a lot of people here probably are still playing the game from when I was, so they're probably familiar with why I left. But for the new folks, it was just, I was looking for new content, and for me, it was less about the gacha, collecting all the characters, and more about the actual content and ways to play the game that they were lacking.
Well,
that
they added a new game mode. It's not out. Hasn't started yet, but the first tournament should be starting in probably next weekend. We're looking at.
Yeah, so I've heard the tournaments are coming out. I hope that they're great. It's just basically an extended. It's kind of like an extended arena, right?
So here's what my hope for tournaments are. I had hoped, and I had mentioned it to the devs, and they liked the idea that it would be tag specific. So maybe 2 or 3 tags that you can use for that tournament. So this week's tournament is costumed, collectible, and city only. So then, like, you have to, it gives you a reason to use more of your teams. Like we were talking about, more of a reason to use more of your stuff. So
yeah, I'll be interested to see how that works because it seems like that would favor the whales, right?
Yeah, but it's not like that right now. So it's just going to be a regular tournament. Right. Fernando asked if I'm going to build the blacksmith shop. I decided to only do Lego Legacy for the 1-year stream, and I'm going to do a stream with the blacksmith shop, though. I still have it to build. I just couldn't figure out logistically how to get everything done in one stream.
Oh, you're talking about like literally building an actual Lego set, but doing it live.
My girlfriend got me the blacksmith shop for our anniversary back in February, so.
Very cool. So how are these corn cob? I'm watching you play through with corn cob and the wrestler. How are they?
They're fantastic.
Are they good?
I have them at 5-star right now. My goal is to get them to 7. I bought about 3 of the bundles. And just to get them unlocked so I could stream them day 1. And hopefully I can get them to 7-star. I have a lot of gems. So I bought a gem sale thing way back in St. Patrick's Day for this stream. But then I ended up saving bags because I'm doing 100 premium bags. I ended up saving bags from my almost 70 bags from my, booster pass. So we're going to open our first 10 bags very, very soon. We're going to probably do 10 and then do a little battling and then go back and do 10 more.
So I'm just really quickly, fill me in. I'm looking at this team you're using. Who's the healer on the team?
Well, I just put Hiker in there. So Costume does not have a healer, but Hiker got an extra 10% bonus healing for collectibles. So Hiker's been pretty sick with this squad.
Really?
Yeah. They did a lot of cool buffs to these characters. I'm excited to start using them. Hopefully I can get them both to 7-star. That one of the nodes in the Brickpace, they were supposed to put Gear A out and nerf Magisto's Tower, and they didn't do that. So
right.
Yeah, Sicko also said Fitness Instructor also provides healing and heal over time stacks for collectibles. Plus, Fitness Instructor has those synergies with Super Wrestler. Right, so Fitness Instructor. Mine's almost 7-star, but I've never leveled it up. So I'm hoping to get a lot of different tiles for Fitness Instructor and some of these other collectible figures and max them out.
Okay.
I'm going to finish this first Brickspedition map, and then we'll start opening bags.
Ooh. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited for this.
Yeah. Well, I got 100 to open.
Expert Tech just asked who's on stream right now.
We got the Fancy Matt Expurge. Expurge, I'm going to spoil it, is also going to come on at some point. There's a special numbered bag that they will be coming on for. I won't say anything.
I'm watching from the wrong account. Hold on 1 second. I got to switch over to this.
Matt Schatz. Well, dude, I definitely want to I wish I could check out your Dungeons & Dragons stream because I actually get some ideas to use in my games from your prep.
That one is going wild right now, man.
I'm thinking about starting to do something like that too on stream, like all my prep work. The only thing is my players would watch it. Hey Chris, we don't. Yeah, thank you for retracting that message. We don't like that kind of language here.
I never watched Fancy Matt much. Wah wah.
Oh, you're lost.
It's always a great time to start.
Yeah, you're lost.
So, yeah, the D&D stream has been interesting. I didn't really know what to expect when I started it, but I hadn't seen a lot of people who were streaming preparing for Dungeons and Dragons games. I see a lot of people that are streaming like actual gameplay, and that's actually something that I would ultimately like to be doing.
Yeah, me and my crew want to do that too.
My regular group is just not. They're not all performers. They're not all the type of people who like to be in the limelight like that. So they're not really up for it. But that means I can plan the whole session without having to worry about them watching, because they also don't watch.
Well, you know what? If I end up streaming with my group, I only have 3 players. So if you want to be a 4th, I know you don't prefer Pathfinder rules, but I'm sure you know them. First edition.
Oh yeah,
I do. So you're always welcome to join my games, Matt.
Dude, let me know the schedule, man. If I can fit it in,
so,
I will.
Right now, we're still in our first campaign. They're level 18, so they got a couple months left of that till they finish the whole campaign, level 20. Beat the Demon Lord, whatever. And then we're gonna start a new one, fresh, level 1. So I'll definitely hit you up about that. I think the guys would like you. All right, knuckleheads. There is only 9 likes on the stream, but 27 watching. Give me at least 15 likes before we open our first 10 premium bags.
All right. I was one of those people. I just threw a like in there.
There we go. Bricktini has a terrible roster. Bricktini has a lot of resources, though, Black Ninja. So, Matt, he's Stinky on
yeah, got it.
The Hoarder.
Got it.
Jester Gogo wants to know if you're ever coming back.
I will consider coming back when they introduce a new game mode that actually changes the way you play the game. That's been my thing. That's why I left in the first place. And really what I'm ultimately waiting for. When they announced that they were doing tournaments, I thought, that's not...
It's a start. It's something.
It wasn't what I was looking for. It is definitely something. Yes, it is a new game mode, so we can check that box. But I was really looking for a game mode that, well, for one thing, gave more of a use for you being in a guild and being in a good active guild. And something that would increase the community level of the game in the game. So whether that's, a tower that you have to get through with your teammates, or raids like literally all of the other gacha games have, or some sort of territory battle, or some sort of set building thing that goes along with the Lego theme that you have to do as a group, as a community. I was really waiting for something like that, because I love the game. I love collecting all of the Legos. I am a child of the 80s and 90s when Lego was, really hitting its stride.
Same.
I love it. And I would love to come back. But right now, that's what's preventing me from it, is I got to the point where, I kind of had, with the exception of Slimer, I think I had all of the characters that I wanted to get. And then they kept on pushing back releases of new things over and over and over again. So that was the deal. And I don't mean to poo-poo it for anybody else, because, at the end of the day, it is a game and it is supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
And if you have fun playing the game, then I wish you all the best, and you should keep playing it as much as possible, because it's making you happy.
Well, they have done some work on raids, which we've learned from data mines. So really? That's good. Yeah, they've done a little bit of work. I was upset when I found out that they weren't working on raids at all, and then they just kind of dropped this bombshell on us of, by the way, we've been working on this new game type. We just didn't want to tell anyone about it. I was like, well, that was kind of dumb. You really should have at least mentioned it to the content creators, like, hey, we are working on a new game type. Don't you fret, which they didn't do.
Yeah, their fear of under delivering, I think, was one of the biggest problems with the new dev team. They were so worried about under delivering that they instead just didn't communicate at all for a very long time. And I've noticed that has actually gotten better. That's good.
Yeah. Well, and you know what I really like about this dev team is they're really good at developing the game. The content they put out is solid, right? They're understaffed, yes. I like the brick paces they put out are way better than any brick paces we've ever had before in the past. So, I mean, they're putting out brick paces that I personally am enjoying.
Really?
Yeah. I'm gonna do a little bit of the brick pace today too, right after I open the first bunch of bags and get past this first map of Brickspedition.
Hold on a second. I'm seeing Alex says, Matt, I managed to make a minifigure of you in Discord. Which Discord is it in? Is it in my Discord or GKM's Discord? So let me know that one. And Jester, I think he did actually mention that they have been working on raids. So
yeah,
that is very, very exciting.
There's been a little bit of work done on raids, right? Not a lot, but they've at least started moving it in a direction. At least as far as the data miners can tell. It's being moved in a direction, and it's not moving backwards, so that's good.
Well, I mean, you can't go backwards from 0 in this case. You can't have negative raids.
Well, they weren't at 0, but they were there. There was a lot of work left to be done, and they weren't doing anything on it. But now they did a little bit. So I think their plan is to kind of do little by little with raids and keep putting out different types of content like they did with tournaments and stuff like that. Man, this is the first map, and I have to face this team. That is ridiculous.
Wow.
You know, Fernando said Greedos. I didn't reach out to Greedos about the stream. I think he's off Discord now.
Yeah, Greedos was all over the place. He was actually the first person to, when I started streaming, he was the first person to say, hey, let's do a stream together. I've got some followers. I can probably help you out.
Yeah, he did the same for me. He was a good guy.
What was that?
He was a good guy. He did the same thing for me.
Yeah. And it was like maybe 2 months later that he said all the crazy stuff that he started saying in Discord and then like basically got shut down.
Yeah, well, that went a certain way that I don't think it should have went on a lot of ends. Specifically with the development team, the way they handled it was his ban was a little heavy, and another person's ban was non-existent. So that didn't make any sense to me. It was like, it didn't. You know, and I told him, I said, listen, like I can't even defend like what you shared was like I didn't find that funny. I thought it was kind of disgusting, but
at the same time, if you're going to be handing out penalties, then they should be, you know, the thing.
Especially that he was being penalized for something he put on a different Discord channel that wasn't even on the official LEGO Legacy Discord channel.
Yeah, I mean that's true, but that's you can't post something one place and hope that it doesn't get seen or isn't relevant in other places. It's just whether that's fair or not is a different conversation to be had. But at the very least, we know that that's how it works nowadays. So you can't claim that you're unaware.
All right, this is going to be the last battle before I start opening premium bags.
Sweet.
Because that's what everybody's here for.
Yeah, dude. Opening 100 premium bags is big news.
I know. I'll be able to hopefully get enough gold to do that, the timed quest, get my corncob tiles.
Ooh.
I will say, though, dude, if you do plan on coming back, it'll be rough because you're going to be behind.
Yeah, but that's part of the fun, right? Is I know how the game works, and it'll give me somewhere to actually go.
That's true. You'll have way more to do than I will when you do come back.
That is, I mean, that's all part of the plan, Stan.
Part of the journey.
The journey. Gurney? Nope, we'll strike that one from the record. It doesn't work unless it's one syllable and, you know, sounds cool.
Yeah, that one doesn't work, Matt. I'm sorry. But Alex, yeah, we definitely got to link up and start streaming some League.
Dude, for sure. We need to build up that League of Legends, or that Wild Rift community. They just announced that they are starting they're starting their professional Wild Rift tournaments. So they are currently looking to like gather teams and things to compete in the tournaments professionally.
Well, I'm definitely not good enough to do that.
Say that again?
I'm definitely not good enough to do that.
Oh, no, me either. But right now, the only professionals are people who play League of Legends professionally. that are sort of slumming it over on Wild Rift to sort of help out, but no one's getting paid to play Wild Rift, so they're having a little bit of trouble building the community. Less trouble than Lego was having, but they are having trouble building the community compared to the League of Legends PC community.
Yeah, because my buddy was like, "Why am I gonna play this? Like, I'll just get on my computer and play League." I was like, "Well, my computer can't really run League, so Wild Rift works great for me."
Yeah, so I could run League of Legends without a problem. For me, it was the whole thing of like League of Legends is a bit old hat now, and I wanted to get into streaming a game while it was new. And I know Wild Rift kind of straddles the line because League of Legends is definitely not new, but it's new as a mobile game. So we're going from there and seeing what we do. But most of my streaming is just me losing over and over and over again to people who are pros.
That's why I don't play ranked. All right, let's get into our first 10 premium bags.
Jester says, tell me about the Imperial reworks and the new minifigures that are Imperial.
I've told you everything I know about them. They're both named LaCoy. Oh, there's two new Imperials. There's Sergeant LaCoy and Cadet LaCoy, and one of them's a girl.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
They have the same name?
They're all just going to be named LaCoy.
Boo.
I'm still not going to build... I'm going out of my way to build these costume characters. I'm not building an Imperial team.
Is the Imperial team good for people who have farmed it all the way up?
I can't see it being good ever. All right, hopefully this doesn't open all 67.
Oh, wait a minute. Where is this? Premium bags. Oh,
right,
goodness.
Here's one.
If you hit collect, I'm pretty sure it does it one at a time.
Yeah.
Drum roll, everybody.
First bag.
Drum
it's a
roll,
gray
please.
one, 50K, some pistols, 10 fitness instructor tiles. All right, we needed those. Let's go. Nothing like getting something you need.
Wow, look, you're so close. You only need, 16 more tiles. A fitness instructor.
What's
It's a 7
next?
starter.
Second bag.
Fitness instructor is farmable, isn't she? In Monolith?
Yeah,
somewhere?
I've been farming her. I've been farming her for a long time because I ran out of stuff to farm.
Okay. Man, I wonder how much master currency you're going to have after this.
Oh, 12 storm tiles. Okay. I
was calling out for Kelvin tiles.
Kelvin tiles. Fernando said there's Imperial fans, question mark.
Right.
All right, that was 2 bags down, baby.
Storm, you've got Storm at 7 stars.
Yeah,
you've had Storm at 7 stars for
I've
a
already
while,
got
right?
them, so that's another gray. Not much gold so far, only 50,000 in each bag.
Well, yeah, but if you think about it, if you open 67 bags,
Yeah.
that's going to be, what, times 10 is 500, times 6. You're going to be opening like 3 to 4 million coins.
Yeah, I'm going to have a lot of coins. 10 locust, all right. I mean, hey,
God,
we knew there was not going to be they weren't all going to be good. All right, we're going on bag number 4.
You are going to be overwhelmed with master currency, sir.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to get a lot of gens tiles. 75K on this one with a purple bag. 12 Highwaymans. Okay, I'm building up. Highwayman was somebody I was looking for. Iggy. So I'm looking for Highwayman. I'm looking for Iggy. I'm looking for some chicken suit guy just to finish him off.
Right.
I'm looking for Gorwell, obviously. Kartovsky.
Yeah, so Vermil says, how many characters are you missing some tiles?
About maybe 5 or 6 that I can get from these bags.
Really? That's it?
I have a lot of
Oh, that's
people.
right. The premium bag doesn't have everything in it, though.
Doesn't have everything in it. All right, bag number 6, I believe. Oh, green. Nice. Not a lot of gold,
Have they updated what's in these bags?
No. 20 Bricko tiles. Great.
Oh, wow. Blacktron, Dwayne, Baron Premier.
Whatever. That's a lot of master currency. All right, bag number 7, I think.
Xpurge says he chose his account just because his daily goodie bag got him 7 Highwayman tiles. Dude, you have to expect more, sir.
10 clays. All right, minor clay, top 1.
Have they redone any of the city reworks that they said they were going to hit?
Did you see the clay and Iggy reworks?
Yeah, but they were terrible.
Okay, Clay is still pretty good, actually.
Really?
I'm actually doing a video next week, and it's going to involve how Clay could be part of the best possible team in Arena.
Really?
And I mean it.
Did they change how resistance works?
No, but Super Wrestler also gives passive grit. So... Oh,
but we still don't know how grit actually works, right? They haven't released an actual
No, they'll never do that.
metric for that?
Nope.
Man. So if he gives passive grit
more
and Clay
Bricko
gives passive grit, have you seen teams that use both of them that it's just basically immune to getting status effects?
They are not, they're not, I wouldn't say they're immune. I recorded and already did a video on it. It's going to be released next week.
Okay.
So I have a whole week of new arena videos. All right, I think I just opened my 7th. I have 3 more bags to go.
I just realized that Blacktron astronaut Dwayne's initials are bad. The character is bad.
Makes sense.
Has anybody ever put that together before?
I think you are actually the first. 12
No
Great
way.
White. 12 Great White. So far.
And how about, let's see, so they haven't done any more Garmadon's army, have they?
No, not yet. 2 more bags in the first 10.
But people have still been using Garmadon, I imagine, on a full ninja team.
Oh, he's used it mostly. Oh, a purple. He's using mostly Magisto's Tower teams, but Magisto's Tower is getting a nerf. Okay, so 150 on this one.
Whoa, big monies.
And 30 Brutus tiles. I like the number.
Asked, what is my response to the Bricko Sauce McGavin conspiracy? Of Bricko being Sauce McGavin.
So Sauce McGavin is he's a Pokemon YouTuber who is also a good friend of mine. All right, this is the last bag of the first 10.
Oh, okay. In that case, I hope, Alex, that Bricko is Sauce McGavin, because the more cool people that GKM knows, the better it makes me seem just by being here.
Last of the first 10 bags. It's
first
a gray.
10 bags down.
It's a gray.
Ooh, Jester also said that Primo and Ghost get reworked this month.
10 Gorewells, baby.
Gorewell tiles.
I'll take
That's
it.
a big win right there.
I wish it was 200, but I'll take 10. I'll take 10.
I mean, I can tell by the amount of tiles that you have that you already have her at 4 stars, right?
I do, yeah. She's great at 4 stars. She's great at 3 stars. She's just great figure. She just dies a lot when she's not 7-star. All right. So I'm going to go over to the new Brickpace, and I have a node that I have not finished yet.
Ooh.
So we're going to go do that. First thing I'm going to do is farm my last attempt on my corn cob.
Now, let's see. Ethan says that Primo is getting another node. So does that make him 6-star available?
There will at least be 6-star Primo available. Yes, the devs confirm that he's getting another node soon.
I wonder at this point why they don't just put 2 new nodes in there.
They might. They said at least 1.
Yeah, they should do 2.
And it's coming out the 20th, so it's coming out pretty soon.
But they haven't changed any of his stats, right? So he still has a taunt and is super squishy.
They haven't changed anything about him. All right, so somebody said to try this with Slimer. So I'm just going to go for it because I don't want to waste energy. Although I could try it with Hiker. Should I try Slimer or Hiker? What do you think?
Well, Slimer is incredible, but you have no heals on your team.
Yeah, so let me go with Hiker.
For this particular event?
You always need heals, Matt.
Yeah, so I'm looking at what you've got here. Your heroes to switch in.
Or I only have one flex hero.
Oh.
I'm gonna go with Hiker. Try to keep these guys alive. Yeah, it's one of those nodes.
You only have 1 flex. Yeah, that's a tough one. Because if you were to do Ghost, you could also probably have done Scarlet, since she can heal herself after taunting.
I could have done Super Wrestler too. He's pretty sick.
Does he get synergies with the rest of the people on your team?
Oh yeah, super synergies with them.
Yeah, but I mean, if someone said Slimer, I guess there's probably a reason. Oh, it's because Slimer is super OP and counts for 2 characters all by himself.
That's exactly why.
They haven't changed that at all, I imagine.
Nope, he's still ridiculous. But now Corncob Guy and Super Wrestler are also ridiculous. So
That's great.
whale's gonna whale, and whale's gonna dominate.
I mean, in games like this, one of the problems with games like this is that they have to continue to push the power creep in order to keep new things relevant, unless they start right from the beginning with also putting nerfs into the game. Otherwise, you just upset people when people spend all their time, all their money, all their energy to farm something because it's good, and then you nerf it. It can be a struggle unless you say ahead of time, basically establish a reputation from the beginning that you will nerf things that get too powerful and you will buff things that are too weak.
Well, they did buff up collectibles, which is nice. So, and I'll also have a video on it next week, spoiler, on what some good free-to-play collectible teams are. So you don't have to have these 2 new figures. But obviously, if you want to be the creme de la creme, they say, you're gonna need the 2 new figures. That's just how it's gonna be.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But
I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. You can
And
get
we
by
all
without them.
want to be the creme de la creme.
Yeah. Who doesn't want to be the creme de la creme?
I'm so happy to see like these characters that they start you with now get some use, right? Chicken Suit Guy, Hot Dog Man, they give them to you right at the beginning of the game. And then within like 3 days of playing the game, you're like, nah, these guys are terrible.
Well, no. Chicken Suit Guy was good for a long time for me.
Yeah, okay, Chicken Suit Guy is good up to about level 40, but by the time you realize that you need to get all of your pirates in order to make all your money.
That's the truth. That was the problem, was pirates were also the only arena meta, so you were pigeonholed into having to get pirates, and that's
like
why everybody was
reason,
using them.
For like every reason.
Yeah. So now
they
at
did
least
the
like
most damage, they had the most sustain, you had to use them to get your money, you had to use them for everything.
they're still good pirates, but they're not what they used to be.
I imagine that they're still very, very useful for basically playing everything except for the arena. And I guess even in the arena, I would imagine they can still get you into the top 100 or so, right?
Yeah, no, they could still get you out there. Although, so once they nerf Megisto's Tower, who knows what people are going to be using.
Yeah, and again, I'm surprised that they're nerfing it. They have never nerfed anything in the history of the game.
They've never nerfed. They've always just put out newer, better, or evolved, or reworked things. But Megisto's Tower was boring. It was just creating this like random chance to lose in an arena, which was, it didn't matter what you do, you just would lose. Like the teams would just start off with more enchantment than you, and that's it, you're screwed.
Yeah, it put a little too much RNG into you winning a match. I feel like RNG might be, my feeling on the RNG in games like this is RNG should never decide the outcome of a match, but it might decide the outcome of a moment, if that makes sense. Otherwise, what's the point of me trying to play strategically if there's always the opportunity for just the game to randomly pick this particular time for me to win, or randomly pick this particular time for me to lose, right? That you just hit the auto button.
I don't mind it that RNG could make or break a game in a moment, like you said, but not the whole thing. And with Megisto's Tower, it was all RNG based. Every moment was RNG based, not just like that one moment.
That's exactly what I mean, right? Exactly. That's exactly what I mean. Is if you actually deciding what to do with every turn has just as much likelihood of you winning as you just hitting the auto button, you've got a problem. Because the player having agency should fare better than the computer just automatically doing whatever it wants to do. Otherwise, why have the player? You know?
And then it was creating this weird thing where it's like Willa versus Willa, where you were actually, the computer was at the advantage because they got to go second, so their ultimate could cancel out your ultimate. It was like this weird thing.
I remember that very much. I did a lot of streams talking about how to do Willa versus Willa, and making sure that when you have your ultimate available, you have to double check and see if the other Willa has her abilities locked down.
Yep.
Otherwise, you have to save yours for her to use hers first for exactly that
Or if
purpose.
you have a disarm on one of your characters, then you could flip it over to them. It's like too much to pay attention to.
Yeah. I actually thought that was kind of neat, but it's still... Yeah, it's still... have there been more people playing Trader Transport in the arena?
Yes. I see more Trader Transport and Galaxy Explorer at the top. How do I add someone to a call? Because Sicko wants me to add him so we could talk balance. Oh, here we go. Add friends to DM.
Let's see.
Do I have you as a friend, Sicko?
Add friends to DM. So in Discord, on the... At least on my screen, you have on the top right, you've got the tag for pinned messages. Then you've got the icon that looks like a person with a plus sign.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Yep. I think I have to send him a friend request first.
Oh.
I don't know if you're my friend. Yeah, you have to be my friend first, Sicko. Let's be friends. I don't have many friends on Discord. I should be able to add it though to the... So add friend to DM.
Get it in. So here's the thing. Some people were talking about... we got a little bit off topic on this, and I think it's actually kind of an interesting thing. So in chat, you guys, if you're bored of hearing us talk about this particular thing, then by all means, tell us to move on. But one of the things we started saying before is... I
just lost freaking Cactus Girl.
When you buff weak characters so that they are capable of performing in the meta, that's a good start. The only problem is it means you're always moving the stats in one direction, and that direction is up. And there's lots and lots of examples of games that have had more DLC come out, that have had more expansions come out, and eventually you run into this problem where the numbers get so big that the numbers become functionally irrelevant. And the best way, in my opinion, to balance that is actually to make sure that you're giving a system of both buffs and nerfs right from the beginning. One of the biggest problems in games like this is that people spend their money on a particular character, and then the developers of the game are reticent to nerf a character that you spent money on, because then everybody's going to ask for their money back, everyone's going to get upset. So it's easier to just continue to make characters stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger until the numbers in the game get absolutely nuts.
Yeah, I feel like now these new characters are just so strong. And like you said, it's that power creep.
Exactly. Sicko just mentioned. And that's the only way to go. In a game like this, if you're not going to force players to realize that you have a vested interest in keeping the game balanced at a certain level, then the only thing that you can do is balance up. That you don't have another choice. So then you have characters like you see there, like Headley just hit for like 1,000 damage.
He's so
doesn't
bad.
even knock anything. And then you have your chicken hitting without a critical for 10,000 damage. It just gets nuts, right? So like your hot dog man, 2,700, who cares? And then especially if your hiker can heal for 9,000 for everyone on the team. So the numbers, eventually you get to the point where you're like, I'm just going to wipe you out in 1 or 2 hits, or it's going to take me forever and we have to go around and wait for those 1 big or 2 hits to come around. I think one of the classic examples would be World of Warcraft, actually. It first came out, you got up to level 60, everybody had a good time, and of course it was kind of new when it first came out. The first expansion came out, you could get up to level 70 and everything was great and cool, everyone could expand. Then the next one, Wrath of the Lich King, came out, you can get up to 80. Eventually you get to Battle for Azeroth, you can get up to level 120. 120! And then all of a sudden the devs were like, yeah, we found actually now there's a problem where with 120 levels, gaining a level doesn't really seem to be particularly, special anymore. And you're like, yeah, because there's 120 of them, dude.
All right, Matt, I think this is what I have to do. I think we have to end this call. You have to accept my friend request because we're not technically friends on Discord.
We're not?
I don't friend request anyone on Discord, so don't take offense to it.
Pending. Accept.
Okay, so now I'll start a DM with you and Sicko, and then we'll all be in it, okay?
Wait. We can do it now.
You can add him to this?
Yeah. Although, I am not friends with Sicko, but you are now, right?
Yeah.
What? Sicko, what's your Discord name? Because I am friends with Bricko, but you're not Bricko, you're Sicko.
Hold on.
Anyway.
I'm creating the DM group. He said I could also add a voice channel on my Discord, but that ain't me.
Got it. I got Sicko now. So hold on a second. We go in here, do this, add friends, to DM, Sicko boy.
Sicko boy.
Create group DM. You already have a group with these people. Are you sure you want to create a new one?
I just created one.
Oh, maybe that's why. Let's hop in there and sweet.
All right,
I'll be on audio over there.
I'm going to disconnect you for a sec. Yo.
Yo!
What's up, Sicko?
Sicko.
How are you guys?
In the
Very
chat
happy to be here with you.
from France.
Yeah, well, it's actually night here. It's almost midnight.
Oh, snap.
Just wanted to jump in since what Matt was saying was very interesting. The fact that if you just keep buffing everything, you end up with a huge power creep. And it's actually what happened in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. At the beginning of the game, you only had health. And then, because the damage was so high, they had to add protection. So a whole new defensive framework to just prevent everybody from just one-shotting everybody. So it is very true. It can be a big issue.
They actually, one of the most interesting things to me, and I'm glad you brought up Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes as an example. I played, wow, I was going to try to also all of a sudden make the acronym into a word. SWGO. No,
Swigo? It doesn't. That ain't it.
I played Galaxy of Heroes for a very long time. I wasn't a streamer at the time, otherwise I definitely would have picked up on it. But you're exactly right. They had this meta at the beginning of the game that had a group healer in it in the arena, and you had to.
The Barry Sophie and Liminara and the Jedi Counselor or something.
Yes, that's exactly right. You had to get around.
And then there's Barry Sophie, and they had to refund everybody who bought the pack which was in.
Correct. Yes, exactly that. And it made the arena kind of what I would consider standard, right? You've got a squad game, a 5-person squad. You've got a tank, you've got a healer, you've got maybe a support character and 2 people that do damage, right? Like a standard team. We can all wrap our brain around it. It all makes sense. That was the arena meta for a while. You had to get around it. And what Sicko said is exactly right. Eventually, they buffed all of the characters, so the damage was so extreme that it made the healers completely irrelevant, because you would just one-shot characters. Well, if the character's dead, you can't heal them. And so the whole meta shifted away from having healers at all. And so then he's right. In addition, to try to make it relevant to have people that can heal or keep you alive, they added an entire new defensive system, the system of protection. So you had a shield, and the shield could be regenerated separately from your health being healed, just to prevent people from getting one-shotted. And you're like, you could have just nerfed some of the character's attack damage and not had to add a whole new system to the game right off the bat.
Well, I think that's why they added damage block and damage immunity to give a little more, some way to nerf damage a little bit. But I don't know. What do you think, Sicko? Are we going in that direction in LEGO Legacy where eventually it's just going to become an arms race?
No, not so far. I think they've been doing a pretty good job of maintaining balance. And something that I think is interesting is that they did not shy away from nerfing things that deserve to be nerfed. So they did a lot in the soft launch. They actually nerfed many characters, like Captain's Girl. You may not know it, but she was much stronger in the soft launch. So she was so strong that they kind of had to nerf her because everybody was just running her. So this is an example. More recently, they nerfed Aurora and Infinite Resurrection, so they just removed it from the Ice Glider. So they still do nerf things, and they're also going to change MT. We don't know how exactly, but they are addressing things that can be an issue.
Yeah, I feel like I like this team because I feel like they know they're really good with the gameplay aspect of it. So I think we're going to have a good game to play. It's just a matter of their manpower has always been the issue. All right, I'm going to open 20 more premium bags while we continue this discussion. So,
get it.
So let's get into it.
I am really shocked that we know that they inherited at least a partly built raid system from the old dev team. I'm surprised that they have released what sounds like a completely new mode into the game instead of the raid system. Do you know if the old team was also working on the tournament things? Also, congratulations on your 7-star chicken soup.
Just 7-star chicken soup guy. This tournament is completely from the new dev team. This is not something from the old dev team.
Yeah, which makes sense if you think about it. It is usually much easier to just do something on your own than just taking something pre-existing and then trying to understand how it was built and then building on top of it.
Oh,
so
I
I think it was a smart decision to just go their own way about this. I don't think we're going to get raids in the form that was planned by the old dev team in at least a long while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're still planning on doing it as a space theme raid with the Gorwell thing because it looks like they have put some work into that via my app.
Ahmed brings up a good point, by the way. Now that you have the 7-star chicken soup guy, upgrade him to beat the last note of the event.
Even if I upgrade Chicken Soup Guy to 25 stars, Ahmed, that last node, I just did a video on it yesterday. It's literally impossible, even with a maxed out team.
Really?
Yeah, the last one is not possible. I mean, everybody has tried, even Tips, with like the fully maxed team.
Yeah.
And it's just not possible. And as GKM said, it's probably because it was planned with the MT nerf in mind and the new gear level that were both delayed. So.
Yeah, I don't think they intended to put out an unbeatable node, but it just so happened, and I don't think they realized it like, oh snap, this is going to be unbeatable. But, you know, like I said, their biggest issue is manpower.
They did tell us in the CCP chat that they did not have enough time to test everything in the update. So they are relying on community feedback to know what is going on.
Have they ever given a how big their new team is?
I think it's just 3 people, including Maria.
Are you serious? No wonder it takes them so long to develop new
what do you think, Sicko? I think it's just Gogo and Tiny Trooper and Maria.
I don't know exactly how they work, but my guess is that they have indeed 2 game designers. But I don't think that they do like the 3D stuff and whatnot. So pretty much they must do balance, maybe a bit of coding on the systems, but I don't think they handle everything. It's just not possible to have just 2 people working on the game. So I'm guessing that the studio has like a 3D art UI team that is handling multiple games at the same time, and then they have like 2 game designers dedicated to the game for balance and all the other stuff.
I just 7-star fitness instructor too. That's 2 7-stars now. Or wait, I think I 7-starred two characters already today.
That's awesome.
Just from these bags.
Do you have the gold?
I will probably when I'm done opening all these bags. I hope.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that was another thing. When I stopped playing, I think I had used all of the gold that it was capable for me to use, given where my account was at the time, and I still had 20 million coins left over.
Well, they kind of solved this with the latest updates, because now it goes up to 65. It takes like 800k gold. You just bring one character to level 60 to 65. So basically you multiply that by each character that you want to level up, and you do run out of gold pretty fast.
Ooh,
yeah, and they're reworking the the All-Star events to give a little less gold.
Really?
Well,
So that's amazing.
we don't know exactly what they're going to do, but yes, I expect they're going to nerf it, because it gave a lot of stuff.
So they fixed the gold crunch, and then they reintroduced it.
You're gonna make money somehow.
Yeah. All right, nice.
I mean,
Highwayman. 20 Highwaymans.
True.
Woo!
Sweet.
This is
You
actually
only have 70 more to go.
I know.
66.
Still only 10 Gorwells today.
I was surprised, actually, now that you mention it, to not see you running Highwayman as part of your collectibles team. Is he not?
He's actually
At
good.
the top?
So I'll have that in my video next week, towards the end of the week, on free-to-play collectibles. There's a free-to-play team that involves him and Yuppie, which is pretty good. But Sicko brought up a great point to me in Discord. He goes, you know, right now there's a little bit of a bug with Dem Dummy and Hiker, but it doesn't seem like it's really that they'll be bad without the bug. I just think they're better with the bug.
What is the bug?
Hiker gets healed from Demolition Dummy's passive.
Yes, Demolition Dummy is supposed to heal himself every time Hiker is damaged, and he actually heals himself and Hiker. So every time you attack Hiker while Demo Dummy is alive, he actually heals for 30% of his health, which is quite a lot. So basically, if you don't kill Demolition Dummy, it's almost impossible to kill Hiker without heal block.
And I'm okay with that.
Wow.
So it must be quite good against DEI, because I guess DEI would just target Hiker more than Demolition Dummy, so you can probably abuse it to win on offense. But it's also kind of easy to just go around, so you just go, you kill Demolition Dummy, or you just ignore them, because they're not that threatening anyway. So good to kind of cheat the AI, but not game breaking, I would say.
Yeah, I just got some Dem Dummy tiles. He's someone I need to get up to 7 stars too, because he's really good now. Especially him with Super Wrestler together. Deadly combo of dual tanking.
Yeah, I was actually going to suggest that you could run Super Wrestler in the last node. Well, the one that you were trying.
Oh, I was thinking about running him because mine's 5-star, but I don't know. I feel like they need some sort of heals, and my Lego house is only 3 stars. So, all right, we just hit 20 bags. We're gonna hit 10 more to get us to 30 bags in total so far opened.
I was so disappointed that they did not put the Lego house in the event store.
Oh my god, I'm so pissed about that.
I think that was kind of a bad move because most people do not have the Lego house maxed. I mean, it was given, I think there was a launch event, but for the people who were not here at launch, they don't have these like starting tiles. I don't know how much it was, 50, 100, something like this. So it is actually going to take a lot of time.
Anyway.
I got it at 2-star to start. I think they gave you a 2-star like when at launch. So I think I did get that.
Okay.
Oh yuck, zombie tiles.
It's the first one they give you to start the game with.
So you got it too. So you have it, the Lego house unlocked.
Is it given to everybody? I think I remember it was just a launch event, but maybe just level events where you just get them every time you hit like level 20 or whatever.
Oh, I thought it was part of when you first start the game and it's teaching you all of the things. I thought that the
No.
Lego house was what to start you off with.
Nope.
Well, I remember they said it was a launch event because they announced it on the Discord. I don't know if they made something permanent after this. It's not unlikely, but not to my knowledge, no.
It was like an unboxed kind of thing, but for the Lego house.
Either way, I know that there's been no way to farm it any higher than that. And I mean, until recently, there's been no reason to, because there's been no full collectible team. So there have been enough collectible characters to make a collectible team, but there hasn't been any.
Although
reason for you to
Vintage
do that.
has had it at 7 stars since it came out in the guild shop or not, at 5-star since it came out in the guild shop, and I asked him why, and he just says because Lego house is the best house. So I don't know what that means.
I mean, there is a real Lego house in real life.
Is
Yeah,
it?
Ahmed just said you still get 20 Lego house tiles when you start the game.
Okay,
Oh, so they made it permanent. That's good.
nice. 10 McCoy tiles. That's what everybody needs.
I kind of
More
wish they would-
Imperials.
I wish they would just add new characters in the bags and just remove the old ones, because there's so many characters that are in the games, but they are not in the bags.
Well,
So-
I mean, Scarlet,
You know,
Hank,
I
they need to be in
Go
there.
ahead, go ahead.
Scarlet, Hank, Yorick, Clockwork, any of the unboxed characters, they should be in bags at this point.
especially
somewhere else.
They should just have they should make it a regular schedule so that the player base knows what to expect, right? We have an unboxed character, then we're going to move that into an all-star event, then we're going to move that into this, then we're going to move that into that, then we're going to move that into this. Ultimately, it gets into a premium bag, you know, and just give it a whole timetable, right? So that everybody knows. Just make it a regular thing.
Well, I think because they inherited the game, they've just been trying to get it together.
I don't think we're going to get unboxed characters anymore.
I mean, what was the point of unbox? Like, here, you can whale on it. Like, it was for whales.
Basically pay to win, but now that the Brickpace actually require more whaling, why would they release a character in an unboxed event? They can just make more money with a Brickpace like they did with the Ghostbusters or like the collectibles.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to do it anymore.
Has there been any more information about whatever that underwater IP was supposed to be?
Hopefully not SpongeBob.
So still no? We still don't know?
No.
Well, we don't know 100% for sure, but there were some files, some folders in the game files with the name SpongeBob in it.
Oh gosh.
I got some Kartovsky tiles.
It is heavily speculated that it was going to be SpongeBob.
I think that's why the old dev team got fired.
It so much that they were just like,
No, I think that's what got them canned was SpongeBob. First, I gotta address the chat. There are only 9 likes on this video with 38 people watching. Can we get those? Can we smash that like button? Smash that like button for more bags.
Because we're up at 20 likes now.
Oh, really? Okay, never mind. I am awful. Let me refresh my YouTube chat. Oh, no, never mind. 22. You guys rock.
22.
Keep
Mine
smashing.
19. I don't know. I still think you could get more.
I do. I agree. 95. Yes. I wanted to max out my Kartovsky on the latest Quincy event, and they took him out of the shop.
That was such a bummer.
Yeah. They just know how to disappoint me all the time.
It's a labor of love.
Yeah. Matt, I just saw your message on the Discord. That's cool.
Cool.
All right, 10 locusts.
Coins.
I'm getting hella coins.
How many master tiles do you have now?
We'll see at the end.
You got one more bag to open before you stop for this round, right?
Yeah, then I'll go do some more arena.
I just want to see how much master currency you have.
You might be able to take Kartovsky to 7 stars just with the master currency.
I got to spend it on gens though. Hopefully, I can get Kartovsky to 7 stars from these bags.
I wish they would just take out Kartovsky out of the master store.
I hated.
You have two space techie heroes there.
I hated that he was the all-star event, the all-star character for chill. Right now, I've got like 2,000, and I'm not even halfway done. Let's take it.
400.
Let's take it to arena, folks.
Man, yeah, you'll be able to max out just about everybody in there.
Great, I have to face Magistos
I see
Tower.
Tournament coming soon. Can you see the rewards?
No, we don't know what the rewards are yet. I think that they were.
So we don't know how it's going to work, and we don't know what the rewards are.
Well, we as the content creators know the basics of how it's supposed to work, but we were not permitted to share that because they were still changing things.
Interesting.
We can tell you it is not going to be one tier 1 ability elixir. This is not going to be it.
Yeah, and it's not Magisto tiles.
Because when they showed us the first screenshots, the reward was there was a 1 tier 1 ability elixir and 1 Magister tile for the whole tournament. And they said, like, oh, don't worry guys, we're going to change it. It's not final.
Oh man.
I'm excited for tournaments though, because I know they're only going to be on weekends. So, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, that's it. That's kind of neat. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool thing. Like only on weekends, so it'll give me something to, something else to stream, and I think they'll be fun. I think they eventually do need to be tag specific if they're going to be successful. And I always go back to, because I used to be a big Pokemon player. Pokemon used to do tournaments like that, where like you could like for Halloween you could only use like ghost types and poison types and stuff like to make it like more thematic and fun. And I think that's
Right.
what Lego Legacy needs to do.
That's cool.
Like, hey, it's Halloween, time for a spooky only tournament. Spooky only all month. Like, granted, everyone will hate that because nobody has spooky unless you've been playing for a long time, but
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the only thing that you really have to worry about when you limit the tags is you have to make sure that everyone can still play. Because you don't, or actually, what if it was the tournaments had like, maybe it's that the tournaments need to have a couple of different systems, right? So you have the bronze tournament, you can use whoever you want. The silver tournament, where you're limited to a certain like gear level, and then the gold tournament where you're limited by tag and gear level or something like that. So
that's a good
at the
idea.
very least, you can always be a part of the tournament, even if you can't be at the top level of the tournament.
This is why we need you back in the content creator program, Matt.
And I have lots of great ideas. No one listens to me. It's not just in
No,
Legos.
They don't listen to us either. Well, we'll see if they do, because we actually did have like a sit-down conversation with them about what we thought the Magistos Tower nerf should be, but we don't know what they're going to do with it.
What did you think it should be?
I personally thought they should have just made that the stacks of enchantment only worked with magical figures and maybe have some other sort of synergy with castle figures too.
Yeah, that is a great opportunity to not just nerf it, but also buff it in some specific conditions. Because the issue with MT is that you can basically run it with everybody. You can run it with Ninjagos, still going to be effective, and you don't really get much for running it with Castle. It's mostly just magical heroes. So they could just have given maybe some King Court's synergy. You know, bring back the Magisto, Go-Go, and
King's Court synergy would be good too. So maybe a magical and King's Court synergy. So then you could run Magisto and his homies against, and throw in some of the magical figures, because you got Peter Venkman who's magical.
They could just remove the stealth part.
I think it's the not dying part. It's that they take 0 damage, which is the most annoying.
Yeah, is
oh yeah, well, like they should still take the damage, but they just don't die, kind of thing would have been enough.
I thought
if you would at least bring them to 1 health, that would be better, like Hardy does. Because if you get like a really big hit, 10,000, and they take no damage, just kind of defeats the point of attacking the enemy. So if it worked more like Hardy, that would be better. But then again, still, I think that is a way too much defensive set.
Yeah, I'm gonna start the next 10-bag run before you go, Matt.
Essentially, it's just not fun to have a hyper defensive set, because you want to go through the enemy at some point. So if you're just blocked and blocked and blocked, it just becomes frustrating. So
yes, I agree with you 100%, sir.
Maybe even buff more like the offensive aspects of the set. It'd be interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be an irrelevant set. It just needs to stop doing what it's doing.
Yeah.
Well, there needs to be a trick, right? So in a lot of other games, it's everybody should be beat by somebody else, right? It's a rock paper scissors situation, and in this particular case, there isn't. If Magistos Tower is the rock, there's no paper. There's just a whole bunch of other rocks.
No, your paper is RNG. If RNGesus is on your side.
Right. I like how Sicko extended the metaphor. Eventually, it's just a whole bunch of rocks, and you just have to get stoned to death.
Yeah.
So that to me is a big deal too, right? They've got, and it's a problem with any game where you've got this many characters, but I think that they're set up very well to be able to pull it out, because a lot of the character groups, a lot of the character tags do have a specialty here or a specialty there. I think if they had gone a little bit harder into that world, it would be easier for them to keep things a little bit balanced, right? If the pirates put on all of the debuffs and the Imperials remove all of the debuffs, and the castle gets all of the buffs, but the etc, etc, etc.
And City has the healing and sustain and...
Yeah, exactly. So you could have like, okay, if a City team is in rank number 1, I know that I can run, and I'm being completely arbitrary here, I'm just throwing out words, but to prove the point. Like if you know that the city team in your arena is in the first position, that you can run a pirate team and you can beat them and take that #1 position. But you have to beware because there's a castle team at #4 and you know that they can beat your pirate team. And then somebody who gets knocked out with their city team could come in and beat that castle team. So there always should be this, like, there should always be a risk-reward system to keep the game interesting. Otherwise, there's just one team worth getting, and everybody can just get that one.
I've been thinking about this, and I agree with you. I think a good way to give players more choice would be to have to be able to set your defense team in arena. So you can just decide which team you're going to use for defense, and then you can use any team you want for offense.
They had that you could use teams specifically just for defense, but they changed that because what was happening was you had these teams that were unbeatable and they would just run out the timer, but they had no offensive firepower.
That is true, but it's also not that much of an issue anymore. It was a big problem when we had Aurora, who could revive people infinitely. There was Yuppie on that team. Scarlet was also like the
Basil and Willow.
She was very hard to deal with. That was another time. Nowadays we got ninjas, we got Spooky, who is able to like reverse all the buffs. So I think that moving on to an arena system where you can pick the team that you want in offense without actually having to use them in defense would be better.
I think it'd be even more interesting if you could basically use 10 characters, or basically set a defense team, but if that team is working for you on defense, you can't use them on offense. So you have to actually then give some thought to it. Because if a character is really good at both, like, well, do you want to help climb the ladder with that person? Or do you want to help be prevented from being pushed down the ladder with that person? But you can't do both.
It could be interesting, but in tournaments. Maybe not in arena, because you would need 2 full arena teams, and it would be a bit much for people who just start the game and are just looking.
Yeah, I like what they're doing with tournaments, though.
That's very true. That would put a big strain on brand new players. That's for sure.
All right, I just hit 40 bags. I'm getting really close to Highwayman. 7-star. Yes, 10 more Gorewells. Okay, not a big. I wish I could get a big number on Gorewell. But yeah.
Alex says, Matt, will you get back to streaming on something? Alex, I don't know what you mean. I still stream 5 days a week. I just don't stream Legos anymore.
Matt and I will be streaming Wild Rift.
That's right, dude. Change your whole schedule around. Play with me in the mornings.
I have work.
Well, work is stupid.
I have to educate people, Matt.
I'm sorry. That's a bad word, and I know a lot of people don't like it. I'll stop saying work.
Jester wants to know if I told you we were getting new campaign. Oh yeah, apparently there's going to be a new chapter to the campaigns, Matt.
Chapter 10, yeah, I heard.
And they did say now their goal is to do 2 new minifigures a month.
Oh, hold on a second.
I think
Alex.
it's per update, and one update every 2 months. So that would be 2 minifigures per 2 months.
I thought they wanted to make update per month going forward. Maybe I misinterpreted.
They should do an update per month. I mean, like, that would be a big help. Hold on, let me clarify the thing really quickly.
I don't think they could though.
Alex, I don't stream on YouTube. I stream on Twitch. I put videos up on YouTube, and most recently I've been putting videos up of a Steam Sale Saturday thing that I do. But I actually stream live on Twitch, not on YouTube. Sorry, we can get right back to it. But
That's
I saw
okay.
Alex was asking questions in the chat.
Scar is excited to see some Wild Rift being streamed. I'm not that great at League of Legends.
Yes, Scar.
I'm all right. I play a decent ADC, but I'm a support by trade.
Dude, support wins games.
They're the playmakers. They're the
End of
playmakers.
story.
They do.
You played League of Legends too, Sicko?
I have played a lot of League of Legends, yes.
Oh, nice.
Are you into Wild Rift, the new mobile version?
I haven't played it yet. I am not against it, but I think I would need to play with you on the US server, which would mean that I would have a very high ping since I'm in Europe.
You're in those French
yeah,
servers.
I guess that does make a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, Nooch also plays. Tio just reminded me. So I actually talked to Nooch about the three of us getting together and playing, Matt.
Yes, let's do it. If you have comms, you win. You don't have to ping. You can just say, hey, go over here, do a thing, attack this person.
Well, you have you been jungling or no? I saw you jungling last time I saw you play.
Yeah, jungle to me in that game is the one with the most responsibility.
Yeah, it's the quarterback. It's the playmaker.
Yeah, so I'm not really in it because I want to have the most responsibility. I just noticed that when I don't take that position, then I risk someone else taking that position who's really not good at it.
I feel the same way about ADC. It's like if you don't have a good ADC, your team is not going to win in the late game.
Yeah. To me, I found that the biggest trick is to make sure that your team has an initiator on it. That's the biggest one. The one of the hardest things to manage is when there's like your 5 characters are all together ready for a team fight, but there's no one on your team who can go in first without getting smashed.
Yeah. That's where I come in usually. I'm the top main.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
We gotta play some League sometime.
If you ever play, just hit me up and maybe I can try. I don't know how it's going to be. Maybe it's not going to be playable with hyping. Maybe it will be. Maybe since I already have a lot of experience in League of Legends, I will be able to play Wild Rift well enough that my level doesn't matter. But,
make an account, see if you can get on the US server, and just let's see if it works.
Check it.
Yeah, if you have a team of 5, oh man, you're good.
Dude, I have a feeling even if you have just one other person that you can be on comms with, it probably makes all the difference.
Yeah, you do a bottom lane duo on comms.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, boys, I have to let you go. It is dinner time over here, and it is my mother's birthday. So we're playing some bingo later virtually and doing some din-din first off.
Crazy night.
I know.
Matt's going crazy.
Yeah. Whoa. Easy, guys. Settle down.
Well, I'm gonna do 10 more bags right now.
Well, I'm gonna actually have to log off right as you are starting to open these bags. GKM, thank you so much for having me on for your 1-year anniversary stream. Sicko, nice
wouldn't have been a year without you,
talk to you live, dude.
Same. Thank you for being here. It was fun. Hit me up if you ever play Wild Rift. I'm sure I can join you.
You got it, dude.
Maybe GKM we can get somebody else up here.
I know Xburge wants to come on the 66th bag. Do you know how to add anyone to the chat or no?
Yes, I have friends too. I should be able to.
Let's add Wisely. Let's get Wisely in here.
Well, if anybody wants to join, just add me as a friend on Discord.
Nice. 50. I just got 50 somebody tiles. I forgot who I got. 50 Kelvin tiles.
How many bags have you opened yet?
I did 42 now. So I'm almost halfway there. We're going for 50. Wisely just DM me. He's eating.
Oh. How German of him.
Those Germans, they're always eating.
Okay, I'm adding Xpurge.
Okay. Wait, he's coming on now?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get it.
With the Texas accent.
Is that where Xburge is from? Texas?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I got another US guy. I just assume everyone's from Europe.
I think most people who play this game are from the US.
I think so too. But there's a lot everywhere. Ooh, nice. 100K. Pretzel. I love pretzels. And Bart tiles. The worst. I really want to get my Highwayman 7-starred by the end of this.
I hope you will be able to. Do you want to talk about what is coming? Because I saw that, I don't know if it was you or somebody else was speculating about the next date.
Oh, the next
Apparently
update.
the
So yeah,
devs
just for
the
Go-Go
pictures,
was
so
bringing it
we
up.
match some minifigures or whatever. I don't know exactly who it was.
So there's 2 new minifigures coming up. They're both named LaCoy. Rita LaCoy, and the other one was like a Sergeant LaCoy. I got 20 away from Highwayman. So 2 new LaCoys. What do you think is going? What do you think 2 new minifigures are gonna bring to Imperials, and what do they actually need to? What do they need to be good? Because that team is pretty bad.
I think what it needs is a set, because currently the what's it called?
Eldorado Fortress.
Fortress something, yeah. It's really not good. It doesn't have any really useful effects. You only get things, I think, for non-such and
No, there's synergies with everyone, but it's just like it's not great.
Yeah, I think that the buffs that you get are not that big of a deal. So yeah.
Well,
but maybe
they had the Caribbean Clicker.
About the Imperial, because I think he loves them and he's on Discord, but he's not talking.
Well, I think he's waiting for the 66 bag. Was all he told me for Order 66. Did you watch Bad Batch? I know you're a Star Wars guy. You gotta be.
I did, yes. It was,
I like Bad Batch.
It was decent. No, your mic does not work. I think it was when they first came in the last season of the Clone Wars. I was like, yeah, okay, decent, not amazing. And I was kind of anxious about the new show because I didn't know where it would go, if it would be good. But yeah, it seems to be decent so far.
I like the first
I thought it was
episode.
going to be like longer episodes because the first one was like an hour or something.
Yeah.
And then they actually went back to the 25 minutes formula, which I think is better suited for that kind of show.
I like the hour episodes though.
I think we heard Expert.
Hello.
What's going on, Expurge? Well, you're about to see the 50th bag open, so we're about to be halfway there.
Close enough.
Close
Still a
enough.
pretty important milestone.
Are you going to then spend all your gems on the bags?
Yeah, that's why I had all these gems saved up for.
Oh,
I thought I was gonna be able to.
28K.
I thought I was gonna have to buy way more bags. I only have to buy like 30 something, so. Nice. 50 for my 50th bag. I got 12 more hiker tiles.
Well, so about the Imperials, and let me bring up the Eldorado Fortress.
Yes, it's already good,
a
isn't it?
decent set.
GKM, can you show us the fortress
Oh sure.
on the screen?
Let's go take a peek in Eldorado.
So I'll walk you through the finer points of it. But the stream is kind of black for me, so
Do you see it now?
yeah. So that's an okay skill.
But, sorry, that's not good. Skill, grit, defense, like the worst stats you could get on a set.
I mean, defense is good for people like Valiant. and
Yeah,
also
I like this skill for Valiant because when he has this set going, he is really, really tanky.
Yeah, Valiant is very good once you have him at a strong level. Scarlet is better at a lower level, but Valiant is still a good tank in his own right. And
Yeah.
the next ability, which is the debuff copying, I think.
So what I don't like about this is Lee and Governor are not Justice heroes, which doesn't make any sense to me. They should have been Justice.
Oh, they're not. Well, that sucks.
Yeah. And there's a 40% chance to copy a debuff from one foe to another, plus 15% chance if either foe is wanted. This just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, this is like a kind of skill that you get on characters. Like I think Ghost has a way to copy debuffs. Basil has it on his basic attack. Just putting it like that on a set, it just seems kind of a waste of an ability slot
Yeah.
for a set. So I think this one should definitely be changed in the future.
Or they should just get another new set. This is the Governor one. When Governor's health is below 50%, a random Imperial ally gains payback for 1 turn. I like that. When Admiral Non-Such health goes below 50%, a random Imperial ally gains debuff immunity for 1 turn. I like that. And Private LaCroix is guaranteed to gain this buff as well. So I do like this ability, and I think this is probably one of the better abilities that this set does offer.
It'd be better if more Imperial allies could get payback and debuff immunity. I do like how Non-Such works with because Non-Such himself already gains debuff immunity, so you can have up to 3 Imperial with debuff immunity, which works really well against pirates, and they also have lead clear them.
I wish either every Imperial ally gains the buff, or it lasts for more than 1 turn. Because 1 turn is such a short duration.
Yeah.
And basically, if the character takes his turn right after that, well, you just wasted the buff. You got nothing out of it. So yeah, I think it should definitely be improved.
I wish that they gave it to LaCroix, Non-Such, and Governor, and then a random Imperial, so that you're at least getting 3.
Or you just might as well just give it to everybody. If you're gonna give it to full
Yeah,
people,
at that point.
yeah, might as well give it to
And then this last ability, this is always just confusing and weird.
I don't like how the attacker and healer debuffs work well, but not so much support. Definitely not tank. Defense down would work better. And of course, it's only a level 1 debuff for 2 turns. It would be better if it's level 2 debuffs for.
And it's only a 25% chance.
Yeah, that is really
the chance is
low.
okay because
I don't know.
it's
Like,
still gonna
okay,
be like every
let me put it in
It
perspective.
could be better, but
Like
you'll probably have 4 attacks after all the characters, so that'd be.
Redbeard gets a 50% chance to do a bonus. He has a 50% chance to do a bonus attack. Like that's 50%. That's double the chance to do something way better.
I think that's more of a less of an Eldorado problem, but more Forbidden Island needs a little bit of a tweak problem.
I don't think Forbidden Island's broken anymore, though.
Well, it's not broken because everything else is broken, like Logistics Tower,
Yeah.
Dervish Showdown. J plus Nice has actually, I don't know if it was recent or just in general me fighting that combo now, but for Expedition yesterday, I find it very difficult because if Naya was active every time I tried to attack Jay.
Naya is slept on.
Himself.
Naya is slept on.
But if you try to attack Naya, then Kai is attacking you, because he can counter if she gets attacked.
Well,
that's actually a really good combo.
See a Kai, kill a Kai. That's my motto.
Then if Kai attacks, then Jay can start going crazy with Kai crits. So it is a very powerful combo that plays off with another. And then just have maybe Lloyd and Wu or Garmadon or someone else just for there.
Well, Ninjago's just not really. Nobody's running full Ninjago teams anymore. They never really had their time to shine.
And some people do, just not in the top 100. But I stopped playing in December. I came back in at the beginning of April. And I was actually like in the top 200 or something. And there was actually many people still running Ninjagos. So, I mean, it was also the soft launch leaderboard, so people probably had more time to get them. I don't know if it's the case in older leaderboards, but there's still people playing Ninjagos, just not at the top.
I think they'll have their day. Yes, Xburge is on here, Fernando. Fernando asked who was on stream right now.
Star wants the Dream Team, as always.
Yes,
so.
Tell us about the Dream Team.
What's the Dream
really,
Team?
Something I came up with in about, I can't remember honestly. It might have been September, October, November. I know I definitely had it by November or maybe October. Because it was after Gen release, because I thought to myself, well, Ninjagos are really a problem, they really suck, so what if we had a team that just every single character, no matter what, could do well on their own against Ninjagos, so I ended up coming up with Egon, Non-Such, Jens, Quincy, and Kartovsky, and it is a very odd combo, but I did test it out and I've uploaded several videos to my channel. I guess I'm self-promoting here on someone else's stream, but
That's fine. Do you?
Watch out, GKM. Expert's coming for you.
Yeah, he's coming for my throat.
I have 2 subscribers. Get good.
Well, I actually think Quincy is like A-ranked. I think he's a really good character that doesn't get enough
Quincy
credit.
is definitely underrated.
And it's not even about his heal. It's his buff immunity, which is just...
Buff immunity. If you use it with Gorwell, which I use it to assist in Expedition because my dream team is very much underleveled, we just unlocked Jets about a week ago, so... I use that, and it would mean Lloyd could put on his... Quincy could put on his buff immunity before Lloyd took a turn, so...
Yeah.
That would be very good, because then he could put it on Kai or...
I actually run...
nuke someone. It's actually good.
I run Quincy with Ice Station Odyssey. And he gets that
Maybe if you
speed from
took
there
out
too.
not such for Kartos, not such for Gorwell, then maybe it actually might work.
I think it would work better with Gorwell than non-such.
Yeah, I think that the best GE team that you can use right now is Gorwell.
I'll show you
Egan, Slimer, and then it depends. Most people use Jens, and then somebody else can be Kartowski.
My top 5 is all Galaxy Explorer teams. A lot of people using Reed. They all involve Slimer, Jens, and Gorwell.
Yeah.
I think Egon also needs to be used in there.
Well, if you have Slimer, might as well have Egan, because you just get the super powerful ultimate.
Yeah.
Why not? It's actually very interesting. It is not at all like on the soft launch leaderboard. We have nobody running GE at the top for now.
That doesn't make any... Well, are they running Lego House?
Tipster is running Lego House, and then everybody else is running Spooky with Toilet Transport or Spooky with Empty.
Yeah, I got a lot of Spooky up there in the top 10 too. So for me, it's like Magisto's Tower is pretty much out of the top 10, but like it dominates the top 100.
Yeah, definitely.
So I have my own dream team up here, so everything that works together, because even though Nosage is a bit of an outlier, I do find that some of his abilities work really well. So yeah, first of all, going off the Egon, since he has the most awesomeness out of all my heroes. His basic is 90% damage plus 5% bonus damage used for the house stealth. It's really good against ninjas, stealth buster. 70% damage has his special, which is inflicts all the foes with stealth defense down. And we'll get back to that later. It can reduce foes with stealth, and also has a really good ultimate, which I find functions really well as a plug and play. You could just stick Egon anywhere just for the ultimate.
He's the best.
Because it is one of the best ultimates. Quincy is different. He provides buff immunity, he also heals on buff, but he can also clear debuffs.
He's just really like such a great figure that nobody gets enough credit, doesn't give enough credit to. I'm going to start opening the next set of 10 bags, get us to 60 while we continue this conversation about the Expurge Dream Team.
Non-such is not space or techie, but he does have a lot of anti-buff synergy that I really like. He does 100% damage to target foe plus 20% bonus damage to each buff on the target. And that's limitless, it's unbounded. It could theoretically keep on going.
Yes, the non-such bonus damage, I love it. That's what I like about him is his basic, he can do so much damage. I'm so close to getting high.
Going back to Egon and his defense down, if you hit that, and then immediately after with non-such's second special, his AoE, then that's just going to wreck everyone in stealth, especially people like Kai and Jay who are weaker. Just debuff immunity. They also has buff immunity, so even though Quincy on his own does buff immunity, you could have non-such give buff immunity to everyone. If it's really timed, especially in Brickpace, I mean before anyone else takes a turn, like in the final wave of what's it called?
Ninjagos?
Final map.
Yeah, the
Or
Ninjago.
anything really. It works for collectibles and for Ninjago and for pirates, all of those, because then there's usually someone on there you don't want getting buffs, like Highland Meth collectibles, Scarlet for pirates, pretty much everyone on Ninjago. It's also full heal, so that can erase any damage. You have Kartovsky stealing buffs. Have Kartovsky clearing stealth. It's not as powerful as it used to be, but you also want to keep some stealth over so that Egon and all such can deal more damage. She has a vulnerable, which is also really good because it also works with a couple of other synergies. Tech in a whole also revolves around the vulnerable debuff. Kartovsky's passive is probably the part I like least because he gains stealth himself, and that makes it possible for him to tank because he's probably the best tank. Because he can survive a long time.
Oh,
Yeah,
Kartovsky.
one of the problems with this team is that you don't really have a tank, so you don't really have any good way to mitigate damage.
It is true.
But if you look at the Galaxy Explorer teams, they don't really run tanks.
Yep,
No.
that is also true.
They all run Slimer. I think you need Slimer.
They rely
You
more on
need Slimer
damage.
in anything.
Yeah.
Slimer is so good. You cannot use any team. If you want to be competitive, you can use any team that doesn't have Slimer. Except maybe collectibles, because they were buffed recently. But yeah, if you look at the
but at that
the top
point,
10, I'm sure
at
that
that point,
Slimer is in almost every team.
You can run the 2 new figures with Slimer, and that's going to be the best possible team available.
Yeah.
I have a team Tipster sent me. It involved the 2 new figures and Slimer, and it was like, this is the best team available.
Yeah.
We also have Gems with his hero passive block, which is fairly useful against Scarlet and Wu and other Redbeard. You don't have to use Dizzy or Buffin Blue or anything. This ability wasn't as good as I thought it would be. Blast Off, which is like much upgraded version of Egon, where it reduces attack by a lot, does a lot of bonus damage for fools with stealth. Jens doesn't actually do a lot of damage at lower levels, so his attacking is not very good for now. But it's still like his ultimate a lot, which is just, in general, good.
Ultimate is disgusting. It's filthy.
It is.
Yeah.
But his best ability is his passive. The start of battle, each space and Teki hero gains 25% max health and 25% defense. So that's going to stack on double for space and Teki heroes, like Kartovsky. So it gives double bonuses, 50% health, 50% defense to both Jens and Kartovsky. Jens has some stats that help him survive, and Kartovsky just becomes an absolute beast. And then if you can get Kartovsky to tank, then Kartovsky can basically go on forever. Especially if you have Quincy and maybe Gorwell healing.
Well, Gorwell should. I think Gorwell. I don't know who's better, Gorwell or Slimer. I think Gorwell is more useful than Slimer.
I would tend to disagree.
Gorwell
is good in space team.
Now Gorwell's great on spooky teams though. But then again, so I think Gorwell with Slimer is the best combo in the game.
Yeah.
I just hit 60 bags, by the way.
Ideology. If you like healing teams, then Gorwell is better. Then if you like damaging teams, then Slimer is better. Because it's really 2 ends of the opposite spectrum. They function entirely differently. You can't really even compare them to each other.
But if you have a big hitter like Slimer and Gorwell can call them for assist, now Gorwell's also producing damage too.
Well, if you want that, then what you're running right now, that just combines all the spectrums. You've got the plug plays like Egon and Slimer, you've got the ultimate tank and Will and Basil. Will also does great damage along with Slimer and Egon. And Gorwell can heal just as well as Basil. It's a pretty fierce team. Maybe not the best. I don't know if there is a true best team. So.
I can't beat the Galaxy Explorer teams with this. So those teams that I was looking at in the top 5, I can't beat them with this. Now, I only have 1 7-star figure. I only have 7-star Willa. Everyone else is either 6-star or lower.
Probably the only one who even intends to use Galaxy Explorer in my shard. At the top we have Magistus Tower followed by Ninjas with Dojo, Spooky Magistus Tower, and Spooky Ninjas. It's still Buccaneers all the way at number 17, so...
You'll always have that one random Bucks.
I made
the Bucks are pretty
GKM.
But you'll always be able to win on offense with the Bucks because they're good. but they're just not. They don't hold the same defensive spot like they used to.
Speaking of,
It's kind of like how Castle used to be meta before, people got characters like Redbeard to 7 stars.
Mm-hmm.
So there's still a Castle meta that still exists, like people like Blue Imaginite, Enema, and One of One. They still use King's Court and others almost religiously.
I like King's Court as a team, though. Like,
they're
King's
an
Court
interesting
is cool.
bunch. And I wish we would see them more. I wish the MT nerf was actually a buff to King's Court. Because they were here at the beginning of the game, and then Pirates came in and they just disappeared.
Well, I'd like to see them get their own set. I'd like to see them get the castle, which something that is going to make Brutus better too.
True. I mean, he's the king.
Yeah, like something where I could play the King's Court with the freaking king.
Yeah.
Brutus is my only level 1, so that's the only one I kept going stinky mode, which is not leveling them up at all. King Brutus is still my only level 1 that's still leveled 1, because I also did top on mana demo dummer recently for the reworks.
Alright, Xpurge, we're about to go for the next 10 bags. We're on 60 right now, so we're going to hit 66 and 69.
Nice.
So let me get my sound effects ready.
Okay, I'll let you know when 66 is coming.
And you guys talked about Quincy and how he's underrated. Who is, in your opinion, the most underrated character in the game right now?
Underrated?
Yeah.
I mean, Quincy's definitely one of them. That's hard to say.
It is.
I see a lot of people using Reed, so maybe Reed's underrated.
Yeah, I think most people don't realize that in the space GE team, he can actually be really good. He brings a stun, he has some decent damage, the buff clear, can be real pain sometimes. In my opinion, I would say it's Yorick.
He's not bad.
People are just sleeping on Yorick, and Yorick is actually really good. The only issue is that he's impossible to farm, but I've seen him at when he's maxed, he can be slotted into a spooky team and actually deal some decent damage. He can be slotted with the pirates, you can actually give some early offense up too, so you can give the pirates a good offensive edge. Can be slotted with castle, can be used in all the events. It's overall a very great minifigure.
He's got a lot of tags.
A lot of people are just ignoring him for some reason.
I always I used him. I farmed him up to 6 stars in the spooky event, and I used him for the all-star event, and he helped me. I completed all but one node of that all-star event. Ooh, nice, more Kartoski tiles. Man, I might get Kartoski to 7-star today.
Yeah, it might happen. And if you don't, you can still buy the tiles in the Master Store.
At that point, I'll buy them with the Master Shop.
If you need like 10 of them, it might be worth it. Just do it.
So I would say I've had some good pulls today. Not a lot of Gorewell tiles, but man, how many of these bags do you think Tipster opened to get Gorewell?
Too many.
500.
No
I don't
way.
think she cares.
I think it has to
she
be
did
way more than 500.
A while ago, how much she spent with the game overall.
She definitely does not care. I can tell you that. This is not a big deal for her to just buy everything in the game.
How does she have so much money?
Well, I don't know exactly, but she does.
I think she has just a good job in general, so...
Jesus. All right, I'm about to go to bag 66, Xpurge. You ready?
Okay, let's see.
All right, opening up the bag now.
Be careful because there's a delay between the stream and the voice chat.
Order 66.
There we go.
Nice.
Hopefully it's a good bag. I pulled 50 Darth Vader tiles. What the hell? Nice! 15 Kartovskis!
Well, see,
Nice.
you'd definitely be getting into 7 stars.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to worry about missing out on him in the Master Sword farm anymore.
All I have left now is going to be gens. And my gens is 5 stars, so. Alright.
Do you have without 7 stars yet?
Oh, yeah. I've had Will at 7
6,
for a
7.
while. Ooh, ash tiles. I don't need those, but nice to see a familiar face. I would say I had good pulls.
We actually go into the Master Store when you convert everything to, to Master Tiles.
Oh my god. Alright,
How
this
much
is
do you think that's
68.
going to be?
Before, I would say at least 10,000. Nice, a pink.
It's a good estimate.
I'm about to go to 69. Oh, 30 hot dog mans. Yay.
Not bad, not bad. So, here we are for the
Alright, you ready for 69?
Nice.
let's go.
Alright, you can do it.
There we go. There's Michael Rosen.
Ah,
Signify the 69.
come on. Give me some 69 Gorwells.
Which French city is just west of Monaco?
What'd you say? Which French city is just west of Monaco?
It's actually pronounced Nice, not nice.
No, but
But nice
it's
try. Nice try. He actually gets south ties.
Alright, this is bag 70.
I don't have any more sound effects. I don't know any funny numbers that are 70 or whatever.
That's alright. It's funny enough, I got Cactus Girl tiles. That's the joke in and of itself. Alright, let's do another arena battle.
Did you already have all the costume characters?
I just got
Max
it.
rank?
I just got enough to get Chicken Suit Guy to 7-star during
Yeah,
this bag
I'm
opening.
sure I saw that. Because mine were actually not leveled up or started up at all. Because they're always like the beginner figures that you don't really want to use.
Well, when I saw that they announced
Actually-
the collectible reworks and that when I knew the new figures were going to be costumed, I started farming my costumes right away.
Exactly, like panic farming. It's like, oh shit, my chicken suit guy is 3 stars. I need to do something about it.
Yeah.
I actually refreshed this node once a day or twice a day. I think it's like 25 gems for the refresh. Actually spent a lot of energy getting them.
No, I wasn't
Go
doing any
against 5,
refreshes on them.
Which one did you go against? 5 or 6?
6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you too afraid of?
Yeah, I don't mess with those Galaxy Explorer teams.
Stay away from the GE.
Yeah, I can't beat it with this team. They destroy my spooky teams. Which it's nice to know that like spooky's not the only thing dominating now, but not for me because I have spooky.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
so-
would actually be better
Well,
off
let's not want to
with
take
soft
over.
launches board.
Wait, we're not you yet. Not you either. That's kind of how I feel about how players see the game. They want someone to take over, but whenever someone takes over the meta, it's like, but I don't want them to take over the meta. It's almost hypocritical sometimes how they wish for change to get the change and then they regret the change.
Because what they don't realize is the change is always going to be a different whale fig.
Yeah,
Like, you know.
I want the change, but I want the change to be what I have.
Yeah. Oh, can't City be meta? I wish City was meta.
Yeah,
I
me
actually
too.
wish City was meta. I wish Dream Team was meta.
One
The
day.
thing
It's
is,
bad about being the only one
if they make CD meta, they're going to do it through new minifigures or new sets that you're going to have to get, and that most people will not get because they're not whales, unfortunately.
It's gonna be virtually impossible for. Go for the ultimate though. It would have been awesome if you had the 2 stacks of repair, and then they don't have Willa.
Bam. I do really well against those trader transport teams. Jester Gogo wants to know if the devs have said anything in the content creator chat. All I got from the devs this week was 1 thumbs up. On
Yeah, I
like a
think they're on
reaction.
vacation right now.
No, but they were not on vacation. Only Maria's on a vacation that long. I think Captain Gogo said he was only having a few days off.
Yeah, well, a few days can be can be like 5 days.
A few
or 10
days in the Ukraine is like 2 weeks.
Yeah, 'cause time flies differently.
Yeah,
You're right.
time just works differently out there. It's just a little different. They just hit a little bit differently in the UK.
But yeah, they haven't been saying anything in the last week or so, even before. I mean, what was it?
Well, they say
Yeah,
no
the last
good, no
time we
news
talked
is
to
good
us
news.
was, for the new event, yeah. And after that, there
Back
was
in LHU,
radio
maybe back in
silence.
LHU, so for more people to get content creators, so don't do that right now.
Wait, what'd you say?
I'm begging for more people to get CCP role again.
Well, I mean,
I think they actually auditioning people. Well, asking people to want to join.
I don't think they are.
Well, I think Blue Imagine I asked, and they already
Yeah.
has a decent sized channel, and
They told
as
him it wasn't
far
big
as I
enough.
know, Maria has not gotten back there to that.
No, Maria
Also-
straight up told him to get his subs up. And he was like, "How am I going to get my subs up? Like the game is like when I started my channel, my subs grow pretty steadily, but not as much as they did early on when the game was a little more popular."
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Next 10 bags.
Let's be honest, there are not enough people playing these games to have like a sustainable channel growth. It's just not possible.
Yeah, like Bricko got to 2K, but that was when the game he got 1,000 in the first week of global
Yeah,
launch.
it was like DOG, and he also was here at the very, very beginning when people were just starting the game. They didn't know anything about it. They were needing some guidance, so they went to him. He got, he got lucky. He also put a lot of work into the channel. So it was, he actually did a lot of good things. But he also got lucky in the sense that he became the biggest one, and it allowed him to attract more people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think if it started now, it could become that big, which isn't even that big if you think about it.
Oh, a gold. Please tell me I'm going to get Gorwell on this gold. My first gold of the day.
What was it, practice go?
100 Brickos.
Pretty much just because of us, we were talking about Rico.
We were just talking about Bricko.
He heard us.
Ben knows.
Well, they're saying the stream stopped, but I could still see it going. Oh, no, they see it. Okay. Yeah,
It was he saying last time Blue asked, Maria asked him to send him the details for his application. So maybe he's going to get in. Maybe when she gets back from a vacation, I guess.
There's another content creator. His name's Captain Emoji. And he's not on Discord. I reached out to him on YouTube. I said, hey, you should come join the content creator program on Discord. Because he puts out some pretty good content.
Oh.
12 Nia tiles. Or Nia. Let's go. Locust. Great. I got 100 Bricko tiles. I cannot believe that.
Take a screenshot. I would have.
I'll have to go back and do a screen grab of it. Right as we were talking about Bricko.
Yeah, it's such a good timing.
Yeah. Man, that I think the reason he quit the game was because his favorite character was so trash.
Well, it was not the only reason, but yeah, that was one of the reasons, I think. And it just sucks what they did to Dwayne in the space update. They changed him and then they made him worse than he was before.
As one of those people, one of the things that hurts me the most is how in description it says that he slows and weakens enemies. They remove the slow part. He doesn't give up down anymore. Type of crease. I don't even
Did they
remember
not
what
move
it is.
that to the set? What was it called?
Right,
Maybe.
Alpha Centauri Alpha.
They put defense down on
That's
the
a
set.
weak set.
And this
No,
such
the
a mess.
pat down is removed.
All right. That is bag number 80. Maybe I'll get a 7-star Kai today, too. Jester wants to know.
Remove pat allows now he just gives defense down instead.
Jester wants to know when do you think the hot fix is coming with tournaments, Gear 8, the new Primo node,
They said-
etc.
Oh,
They said about May 15th, so
Yeah.
yeah, they said half of May, but I don't know. I got a bad feeling about it.
Really?
I'm not saying it will be delayed, but the fact that we have had no news since the end of April, to me, it's not a good sign.
I just think that they're on vacation.
Yeah, they're on vacation. They didn't communicate with us, so I am kind of expecting a delay in release. So I would say June, not confirmed, just my guess. But we'll see.
I think we'll get
I'm
it.
also kind of anxious about tournaments because they're going to launch it on a weekend, which is typically when they don't work. So if there's any issue,
If there's an issue, nobody's going to take care of it that weekend.
let's be honest, there will be issues. This is the first time you're running a new system. It's not going to go over smoothly, so I'm just waiting to
When
see
does
which
it?
exploits we're going to be able to use this time.
yeah, just check Dwayne again right now. Dwayne does not remove prep like he used to. Now it's just defense down. And then Alpha Centauri output, so it's good
It's
stuff.
a debuff, technically.
Well, Alpha Centauri outpost is just completely useless because then it also
Yes.
gives defense down. So stronger than Blackshot.
But they did not think this thing through.
Oh, that set is
entire
bad.
Blackstone thing is just, that was messed up.
Well, that goes
I mean,
back
the-
to the old dev team. They didn't know how to design the game.
Yeah.
They were bad at designing this game.
Yeah, let's be honest, they were.
You know, this new dev team, I think they're way better.
When you're revealing your what's it called, the game loft dream team again. I think that's something that I can't remember if Chiz pinned, but then when Chiz took down the pin, you edited to say
No,
seriously,
yeah,
it's not the pin.
it's actually me. I edited the pin to remove it. When I look at the Blacktron set, so the Alpha Centauri outpost, the third skill is a 50% chance to inflict 1 stack of damage over time. And
That's
the
really
enemy's
bad.
health needs to be below 30%. That is so bad.
Yeah, it's not good. All right, I'm going for one of these Galaxy Explorer teams.
Okay, good luck.
Good luck.
Actually,
Can only hope.
It's usually just a TM train. So you just a TM, sorry, PEP. Not in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So you
Well,
just
the problem with this team is they have so much firepower. It's like, who do you even focus down first?
yeah.
You don't know.
I would say Egon, because if Egon ults, then it's basically game over. But
I feel the
then
same way
your
about
Jens-
Jens.
Jens is
Well,
actually also
Jen's
big threat.
slow.
Yeah, but Jens gets his
slow.
ultimate turn 2.
So does Egon.
No, I think Egon's turn 3.
No, Egon is turn 2. Egon is fast ultimates. And
Is it
Egon
that
is
fast?
also faster than Jen's. So Egon's ultimate would go first.
I
Yeah,
think
that's the
Egon's
one
ultimate's
rushing
turn.
team.
I'm pretty sure it's turn 3. Let me
I-
check.
I
No,
thought
see, because
Egon-
look, this is my Egon's second turn, so he doesn't get it till turn 3.
Looks
thought I
that
could-
way.
Hornets.
No, it's turn 3. I just looked. Oh god, they just killed my Slimer. That's never a good thing. God, now do I go after Gorwell or Slimer? I guess I gotta go
Well,
Gorwell.
you have to go after Gorwell because you cannot go after Slime, which is going to stealth. And
Yeah.
You don't have the damage now.
Oh, let's hope I
Well,
can.
that's what I'm gonna be running just about now.
Galaxy Explorer.
It's time to die again against the same Ninjago team that I've been struggling against with Dream Team for quite a while.
Maybe keep the fear for Slimer. To reduce his
Time for my
damage.
other team
Yeah.
to battle against the evil ninjas.
I'm gonna try to just kill
Yes.
Gorwell real quick. Okay, I might actually win this.
You might have to win.
Hmm. You know what? I'm gonna just pop a Gorwell heal.
Yeah. Oh, I think you got this.
Yeah, I think I can. I think this is a dub.
Easy dubs, easy dubs.
No such thing as easy dubs against Galaxy Explorer teams, but
Well, now it's an easy one. Earlier it was not, but as time goes on, your win percentage chance goes up. Also hate it when they target non-such the enemy team. It's just dumb.
I hate it when anyone targets not such.
I hate
Not
it.
such.
I like not such.
What?
Just kidding.
You've committed blasphemy.
I don't even have him unlocked. I never bought his styles in the.
No, I don't think I have them unlocked either.
I'm just playing the green set tools that you need in that event.
That's what well, I saved those. I did the green set tools in the Quincy event.
Hold on, I might actually win. I might not, but I might actually. Oh my god, I might win, I might win.
Okay, I got 10 more bags left.
Oh my god, I'm winning. I just won, I just won.
He cannot even believe it.
I can't believe I won with this team.
That is how good the dream team is. If the person who created is surprised when he's actually winning.
It's that good. You won't even believe when you
I'm
win
gonna
with it.
fall to below 100 by the day by the time of payouts, but that was worth it.
All right. Next 10 bags, we're taking this to 90. I would say
Thinking of switching to full costume in arena once the event is done.
if you have them maxed out, it's not a bad move. Although I think
I won't, at least.
Tipster's so I have a lot of videos coming out next week of a lot of videos that Tipster sent me. She sent me some really good teams. There's a full collectible team which involves like fitness instructor, hiker, and dem dummy with the 2 new figures, and it's just so much sustain.
Yeah, it's true. You actually heal a lot with all the heal over time, hiker heal,
Okay.
the fitness
Another
heal,
purple.
and even I think Rex also heals
He heals himself.
on his passive attack. Yeah,
Mhm.
for every enemy that is stunned.
Nice, 50 yuppies. Let's go.
Oh,
That's useful.
I see that you also, just like me, did not farm Yuppie in the past.
No, I just never liked him. I just thought he was. I always knew he was good, but I didn't like the character.
Yeah, same. And it was never good enough to justify farming him.
Yeah, I was like, I don't need him. Like he doesn't. His tags were never
Doesn't
like
have
used for
synergy.
anything.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Okay, we got a green boy over here.
Green is 25, 30,
I think it's 20.
20.
20 ash tiles. Little gray boy here. Of course, more Dwaynes. I have pulled a lot of Dwayne tiles today.
We're actually gonna see when you
Click on the
trade
song.
the
Yeah.
tiles for the master currency. We're gonna see which character you got the most.
Yeah, I'll actually get to do a breakdown of that.
Rico should have been here. Well, yes, but he doesn't play Lego Legacy anymore.
Yeah, I thought about reaching out to him like I did with Matt, but I didn't want to bother him. I know he doesn't want anything to do with the game right now, so.
Yeah. I really hope
One
we
about
can
the
reach.
yuppie old with the waifus. Wasn't that his his win animation like at the end? Now it's just him
no.
talking on the phone. Or what's
I don't remember what they removed the waifus.
I think it's
GKM, you don't have Darwin maxed?
I probably have enough tiles almost.
I don't even have a map.
You know what? I wailed
You-
on Scarlet and Hank when they came out, so
Oh,
I never needed
that
Darwin.
is a mistake. You are not a true Lego Legacy player if you have not maxed Darwin.
That's really sick. And I just won with a very hard team to win with. So, and you're calling me not a true Lego Legacy player.
You don't have him either? Oh my god. Darwin is the best.
Oh man, alright. So I'm gonna try to get number 1 in arena, and then do the last 10 bags.
You're global launch players with your Scarlet and your Anks You don't know what it was like in the Storefront when we had to get Darwin to be able to do the peg leg event. We had to suffer. We actually had to use this Darwin.
Oh my god,
We
I
did
feel
not
bad
want
for
to.
you.
We had to because we wanted the gold. You got it easy nowadays.
Yeah, that
Just
sounds
get
awful, honestly.
all the good buttons.
Wow, Highwayman is really strong. Still.
Yeah.
He's still, like, he still hits. People just sleep.
Huge effect.
Yeah, I think that's what people sleep on. Like, they don't realize you don't necessarily need these 2 new collectible figures to still have something viable. You're just not going to be able to compete with them because they're better. But you could still have a really good free-to-play collectible team.
And something to keep in mind is that they are very likely to be better with the Gear 8 update.
Yeah, they straight up said the Gear 8 is going to be very friendly towards collectibles.
Yeah. Because so far, Chicken Suit Guy is actually a good character, just that he got shit gear at gear level 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah.
That's why he was not doing anything. It seems they're going to fix it. So I think that's going to be a really good way to balance the game without really balancing the game, and just making sure that the characters that are maybe not as good as the others get some better gear, and the characters like Ghostbusters, who really have huge stats, will get maybe, I don't know, gear that is not as good. So I think it's going to be a good way to balance things out.
Primo needs better gear for Gear 8.
And a 6 and 7 star.
Even then, 7-star Primo, his stats are still not good. He needs gear.
Yeah. Well, I think the issue with Primo is that he's trying to be a tank and a support.
And he's not
just doesn't work.
really good at either of them.
Yeah, that's the same problem with Yeti. Yeti wants to be a tank and an attacker. Just doesn't
Storm
work.
is actually decent enough at both tank and attacker, but if you do max Storm's taunt, then it extends to three turns, and that's just not going to be. She's just not going to live long enough, even if you have to just do healing her and just this tower or whatever.
You know
She
what?
can't do enough damage.
It's the fact that she doesn't have King's Court that really hurts her, because she's not getting that hardy from
Yeah, she's a bit of a one-trick pony. She doesn't really do much besides take damage, AoE. That's it.
She's a strong
I
character.
really like it.
Yeah, she's a strong character, but she only does one thing. I think she deserves a small-scale rework.
I actually have to backtrack. The most underrated figure in LEGO Legacy is Minor Clay. I can't even explain to you why he's good, but he's good.
Well,
We always
actually, I
have the
think he
potential.
he has a huge buff on his basic if the enemy has dizzy, so it's going to work really well with Corn Cup guy.
He
But
does
that
work
is
really
always-
well.
It's just because he didn't do enough. His kit was really bare bones. It was the only basic to not do anything other than deal damage. All other basics in the game until he got reworked at least had some sort of extra clause attached to the
Yeah.
basic. He did not have anything. It was just deal damage. That's it.
The new Minor
Wasn't a
Clay.
lot going on.
Well,
The new
Tell
Minor
new-
Clay has a lot more going on. A lot more
New is a
synergy.
big word.
The brand new Minor Clay.
The slightly
Rare, not
minor
quick.
guy.
I
It's like when you slap
Go to
a
the
sticker on your shitty card, it's gonna make it faster.
Go just said Clay is trash. I'm shaking and crying. How could it be this?
Jester Go Go.
Just
Shut up.
go, just ban him.
Oh my god, I got
Fire.
rocked.
I think City does have a lot of potential. It's just you lost.
Yeah, I got rocked. I got ripped. Alright, let's do the final 10 bags, and then we'll check out our final count of Master Tiles. I couldn't get to number 1, because I don't have a Galaxy Explorer team like that.
Goodness.
But the last 10 bags, 100 premium bags for the 1-year anniversary of the channel. Which, despite all the ups and downs of this game, our channel is still going strong. And we are, what are we at in subs now, right now? We're at almost 600, so that's impressive considering that this game is kind of lost a lot of players.
It is very impressive.
Hopefully the game, you know, grows again, but who knows?
Yeah.
They need,
I think we can know that. We all hope that.
they need to do like a
Feels,
relaunch, like get another year with this dev team and then kind of like relaunch the game.
Yeah. Lego Legacy 2.
Yeah,
Heroes Reboxed.
Heroes Reboxed.
I like it.
Re-unboxed.
Oh, actually, I forgot to. I gotta add my face reveal for these
Heroes
last 10
refurbished.
bags.
I know. I think it's also funny that you know, when you have Lego minifigures and sets, they actually exchange hands very often. You know, there's a huge after-sales market for Legos.
Oh yeah.
So you can buy used minifigures, used sets. I think it's funny that they basically did the same thing with the game itself. You know, just move the game to a new owner. Like, there you go. I don't want it anymore. Take it, Romania team.
There you go,
You gotta get
knuckleheads.
a new owner, the game loft fixes their stuff, or we end up getting with Lego Unlegacy Heroes boxed. Oh, hello.
Oh my god,
You can see
this
on
is it.
stream.
Official
face
face
reveal.
reveal. Not the first
I've
time,
done
but
it.
it's the official face reveal of GKM Gaming on the channel.
The
And now you
man,
have,
the myth.
now you have to do it
the
for
legend.
every video.
Ah,
You have to get an overlay for the camera feed.
that's too much
You have to
editing.
make sure there.
It's too much
You have to make
editing.
sure there aren't any cuts. Yeah, it is complicated.
Yeah,
I feel you.
right now my editing process is easy. I record, I'll take out anything or add the music or whatever, and that's it. I do it all in like iMovie.
Yeah.
Ooh, another purple.
I used
I'm calling it more Dwayne tiles. Kartashki, yes!
Wow.
7
You are
star.
getting into 7 stars if you have the gold.
I have the gold too. Nice.
Still not enough gold, well, in my opinion.
Come on. Yeah, I only got 20 Gorewells. Come on, Kai, give me some Kais here. Oh,
With 2 purple in a row.
30 poppies. Yuck. Yuck. Wow, we are down to the final 5 bags of our 100 bag journey.
we
Ooh, a
gotta get
green.
some gold.
I got a lot of colored bags. I didn't get a ton of grays. I'll have to do I'll have to have Wisely go in and do like a bag breakdown for me.
Yeah, I think actually you have more chance to not have a gray that you have a chance to have a gray.
We have valuable bag data now. Okay. Final,
I
another
I think
green. Another
They are
green.
public. The bag data. You can get it inside the game.
Okay. Yeah, they did release the bag data to the percentages. 20. The problem is there's so many characters that it's like, what are the chances you're gonna get what you want?
Oh,
I think
you have
they
them in
should-
the game.
Yeah.
You can
remove the
see
premium
the
bag
chances
and
in the game.
They should have those smaller bags that are just for the sub factions, but they should have all of them at the same time, so you don't have to wait every now and then until they're available
Yeah,
again.
I hated
Have
that.
them all at the same times,
I agree.
and then you can just
And
do
again,
whatever one you
not a
want
smart
for
decision
lower
because
price.
yeah, they make money through the fear of missing out. So that's why they rotate stuff. They won't do it, even though it would be good. They won't do it.
All right, this is it. Wait, no, this is not it. This is 9 of 10. 2 bags left.
And the penultimate bag still has to be
Of course. Dwayne.
gray.
All right, this is it. The final bag.
Rico.
It's gonna be.
Oh,
some
no, that
Rico.
was it. That was the final bag. It was Bricko.
Oh, no.
Just kidding.
Well,
That was
that was a
it.
bit underwhelming.
Especially when I got that 100 bag, the 100 tile bag, and it was Bricko. All right, so
Yeah.
we did 100 premium bags. I still have hella gems left to spend on this Brickpace event. And let's see what we got in the Master Shop. Almost 11,000 tiles. 83 Brutuses. That's a big one. Don't count Highwayman because we actually got a lot of Highwayman, enough to level him up, to star him up. Same with Chicken Soup
level
guy.
up CSG.
I actually did that before. So I did. I leveled up Chicken Soup guy, fitness instructor. I had to level them up. 172 Dwayne dials.
Wow, that is depressing and at the same time amazing.
There is a message to Brico. You need to come back to the game, man.
Yeah.
172 tiles could have been anyone, but they chose to be Brico, just so you can come back. Sign of the times.
I'll have to send him a message, be like, I just pulled 172 Dwayne tiles. I think it's time you reinstalled. And let's see. I'm gonna have Master Shop tiles for days. And I'll be getting, hopefully I'll have gens to 6 or 7 star within the next couple of weeks.
Hold on, let's do the math real quick. 11.
Yeah, you should. You're gonna get like 65, 66 tiles, I think, with the currency that you have. Since you continue to get currency every day, you might be able to get into 6 stars before you run out of currency.
Well, with the currency you have right now, just after your most recent purchase, just right now, and if you just don't farm any master tiles, just keep that going. Out of all of that, you'll have 69 tiles. Nice. I did the math. You'll have 23 purchases with 50 tiles each, so... Hold on, let me get the Michael Losing up again.
Silent One, who else would this be on the screen? Because it's that GKM.
This is actually Brico on the screen. He has live footage from his house.
I got Brico to come do his face reveal on my 100th 1 year anniversary 100 bag stream.
Cheers to GKM for the 69 gens tiles. You'll get.
Yeah. Congratulations.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming on and being guests. Also, a big thanks to Matt for coming on, coming out of retirement for LEGO Legacy for a little bit just to be part of the 1 year stream. Thank you to everyone who was in the chat today. You guys are awesome. You honestly, you make covering this game fun. I don't do it for me. I do it for you guys. Because it's definitely, the game isn't helping itself out. You guys are doing everything. So
I have a final tally of 30 watching and 29 likes, so that's almost a 1-to-1 ratio.
Nice. So we did it. We'll see how many views we got on this. Hopefully we can get the channel to our goal of 1,000 subs over the course of this next year. I think that's very, very possible. And keep an eye out. We have other games coming to the channel. We were streaming The Hobbit for a while, but we finished that. If LEGO Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga ever comes out, that will be heavily covered on this channel. And as Matt and I were talking about, Wild Rift will be running all the time as soon as I get a little bit of better internet connection. All right, anything you guys want to add? Xpurge, Sicko?
It was a total honor to be here.
It was an honor having you guys.
Subscribe to my channel.
subscribe to Xpurge's channel. He'll throw the link in the chat.
Thank you for having me, GKM.
Definitely.
No,
it was really nice. It was a really good time. And since I am in the future right now, since it's already Sunday here in France, I can tell you that you're going to get 5 Darwin tiles tomorrow. Enjoy the gift.
Thanks.
Subscribe to Sicko.
All right. Hey, everybody else out there, remember to knuckle